Good morning, YouTube. I just wanted to show you my two new acquisitions. And they're Phalaenopsis, my absolute most and utter weakness in the orchid world is Phalaenopsis. I started with Phalaenopsis, and let's say after all the different orchids I've collected over the last couple of years, I will probably end with Phalaenopsis. Because out of all the orchids, I mean, I know, a lot of homes have them now, a lot of people have them, but out of all my orchids, I find that Phalaenopsis, for me, perform the best in my environment. And when I was out buying this yellow one here on the right, my friend and I sort of ummed and ahed whether we would go to this particular shop to look at them. And we both said to each other, look, we both need another Phalaenopsis, like we need a hole in the head, basically. And I justified it to her saying, out of all the orchids, they perform the best for me, they last the longest, they rebloom quite regularly. So yes, I do need another Phalaenopsis. And she said, that's it, decision made, I agree, and off we went. So let's go in and take a closer look. So this beautiful, beautiful yellow one is a mini, and I am a sucker for minis, as you know, if you watch my channel regularly. I really do like the mini orchids. The glass of sweet peas back there is just basically for reference in size. So this is what I would call a standard Phalaenopsis. This is a mini. I do have some that are in between these two sizes, and those sweet peas are smelling absolutely gorgeous. I've just picked them from the garden. Anyway, so let's go and have a look at this yellow one. Now, it doesn't have a name. This is just a generic Phalaenopsis from a local grower. That's the other side of Christchurch. We went to the actual sort of factory, if you like, where they grow them, and they've got a small shop there where they sell them. And they didn't have an awful lot. They said, most of their orchids they do obviously ship out. They go to various different functions, weddings. They sell them to bigger DIY stores and stuff like that. And they didn't have an awful lot, but they had this little yellow one, and I thought I absolutely love it. I'll try and get it in focus. I just love the greeny yellow of it, the white, the whiteness on the little lip with the yellow patches, and it's just beautiful. Let's get it back in focus. There we go. And I liked it because it's got another spike coming here. Its leaves look okay. It is planted. I've got it in this sort of yellow decorative pot at the moment to match the colour, but it is planted in bark. It's not in moss. That moss is just for a decorative, to make it look more decorative. It looks reasonably healthy in there. So unlike in the past, I've brought my Phalaenopsis home. I've ripped them out of their pots immediately because I've wanted to have a look what's inside. I'm not going to do this with this one. I take my time with them. I bring them home. I let them settle in the home. And, I will probably leave it in this pot now from the nursery until possibly next year or after it's finished flowering, and then I will replant it. And the reason for that is it looks healthy. I mean, if it was looking pretty bad inside that pot, then obviously I would take it out and I would repot it. And I would put it in probably one of my glass jars or something like that. But currently it's going to reside in this pot, and it's looking beautiful, and I think it looks really, really pretty in that pot. Right, the next one, I didn't have a red pot to match the flower. I only had this green one. But this particular one, now I don't know if you watched my last video on Phalaenopsis, and this particular one, I talked about a beautiful red or pomegranate red one that I saw in a nursery. And this is not it, because that particular specimen was $45 and I couldn't justify. Oh, this one was $30, by the way, so that's quite good for this part of the world. And the one I saw in the nursery like this was $45. I couldn't justify that, although it was a beautiful one. It had one single stem with branching coming off, but it was this flower, this particular flower. So anyway, I get a message from my friend, not yesterday, day before, with a picture of this plant. And I went, oh my God, where are you? Where's that plant? I want it. And it was in our local sort of do it all, sell it all store called The Warehouse. And it was actually $39. So by waiting, I got this plant for $6 more, and it's a double stem. So let's go in and have a look. So this one, because I suppose it's got a red flower, the leaf has got a red tinge to it, as you can see. It's definitely got a reddier tinge to it on the back. If you can see that sort of reddier on the back. I've got them displayed here on my hob because this is the best background I've got in the house for you to see the flowers. So I'm sorry about that, you're on my hob, but hey, you know, it's the best place for them. So as you can see, this has got quite a red tinge to it, and this is obviously green. So sort of that gives some indication of what colour the flowers are going to be. So let's come in and have a look at the flowers. So let's get a lovely close-up of the flower. Beautiful. It is exactly like the one I saw in the garden centre. It's got the white along the edging of the petals, and you know, for me, that is perfection. Absolute perfection. I just love them. Love Phalaenopsis. I wish my tablet would perform in focus better. But I also really liked, can you see the yellowing on the edge of the, I don't know what that part of the flower's called. But yeah, I just absolutely loved it. And again, it is from the same nursery. No, it's not. I'm lying. That one's from a nursery called Muffet's, which is, like I say, our local nursery. This one comes from an orchid grower on the North Island called Gillert's. And again, beautiful, healthy plant. Look at those beautiful green roots. I will not water this one. As you can see, there's quite a bit of moisture in that pot. I might even get my husband to drill some holes around the edge of the pot just to give it a bit more air. And, you know, the moss here is just obviously naturally grown in the pot in the nursery. So, like I say, I'll leave that one as well. I'm not going to repot that one. I'm not going to be in any kind of hurry to repot that one either, unless it shows signs of distress or something going wrong, and then we'll whip it out and have a look. So, they are my two new Phalaenopsis, and I'm very, very happy with them. Very happy with them. I'm going to display them over with the others. And, yeah. So, focus, please. There we go. So, yeah, thanks for watching. Please like or dislike and subscribe, and I'll catch you later. Bye for now.